So you joined that winner's circle of lawyers who have beat Donald Trump in court. The non-disclosure agreement that I saw used in this case that you're working with seems to be lifted directly from the Trump company, their regular business non-disclosure agreement. What made you think that could be invalidated as applied to campaign workers?
Well, thank you for welcoming me to the winner's circle, but also it wasn't just me. It was a big team effort, and we do appreciate that. What made me think that it could be invalidated is that if you read it as an attorney who reads contracts and litigates contracts, it is obviously massively, ridiculously overbroad. The terms are undefined. For example, one of the terms that defines confidential information in the agreement is anything Mr. Trump says is confidential. As an attorney, as a human reading a contract, you can't possibly know what that means. One of the judges of the First Department Court of Appeals said, this thing has holes in it you could drive a Mack truck through. And he's right. And that's exactly what Judge Gardeffi said in this recent opinion.
What do you think this is going to mean? This was for one individual plaintiff. Will it apply to everyone who worked in that 2016 campaign?
It will ultimately. You are right that this only applies to our main class leader, Jessica Denson, right now. But this is a class action lawsuit. The purpose of this lawsuit is to unwind all of these NDAs for every single person in the Trump campaign who signed one. Now, our best information is every single person that worked for the Trump campaign, from the highest senior advisor to the lowest volunteer, signed the same agreement. Now that the judge has done the hard part, 36 pages to invalidate Jessica's NDA, it's almost certain that the NDA will fall for all of the other campaign workers, and that ultimately is our goal.
Do you have any sense of what stories we might then learn when everyone working in the 2016 campaign realizes legally those non-disclosure agreements are meaningless?
I don't yet, but just imagine this. Let's say we don't know yet how many of these things were signed because we're still working on that in discovery. Let's say it was 500. Let's say that 10% of those people have a story to tell. That's 50 stories, and I want to hear them, and I'm sure you do too.